To defy the odds, you have to risk everything and take chances. At Old Nation Brewing Company, we did just that. From an unknown startup brewery to standing alongside national craft brands in just under a decade, we remain one of the last of the large, independently owned breweries in Michigan. Our beer is respectfully brewed using only the highest quality ingredients, and we don't cut corners. With the times changing for everyone, one thing that stays the same is Old Nation's respect for great beer and the people who love it. We're growing in cans produced and fans made. When you taste our beer, you'll know why.
Yesterday, 2 days ago and yesterday, something strange happened with the Yankees in town, and I wanted to present a list to you guys. You guys can tell me if you remember these or power rank it. It is the strangest sports injuries ever, and I'll explain why this is relevant. David, music, please. Yep, this fits. All right, so the reason is Cody Bellinger of the Yankees allegedly caught bad wings. And you know what that means.
Oh, boy.
He couldn't play against the Tigers in a couple of these games. Now, unless you're James Houston, then you do play. So let's just move from bad wings. Well, I mean, Rico, come on. The man was wearing white pants, and there's no Gatorade that looks like that.
Right.
So I wanted to go down an ESPN list. They have compiled this of the strangest sports injuries. You guys can rate them. Tell me which one above all. So Aaron Gordon was the NBA power forward. Right. He played with the Nuggets. Christmas of 23. I don't think it was very merry. He was bit by a dog on his shooting hand and face, requiring 21 stitches. I love dogs. I grew up with dogs my whole life. But because we're on the road so much, my dad's taking care of him. I can't train him how I need him to be, but I feel good. Yikes.
Wow.
Here's an idea. Don't get a mean dog or an aggressive breed and then not be around to give the dog the attention and training it needs. Might be a bad idea.
Go for the Labradoodle.
He missed a week. Now the next one. I will never forget this injury because I was in the car driving home, I believe it was for Christmas, 2001, listening to the game on radio. While playing for the Arizona Cardinals, Bill Gramatica. Remember Martin Gramatica? Bill Gramatica was
exactly where you're going with this one.
was a kicker for the Cardinals. They were at the Giants. He kicks a field goal to go up 3-0 in the first quarter. One problem. He jumped up to do one of those stupid celebrations, and he blew his ACL out, writhing in pain. I couldn't tell you right now what I'm going to do, he said about his celebrations a few months later, but it's not going to be jumping around.
Yes.
He pulled a Stephen Tulloch. Remember against the Dolphins?
Yeah.
He tried to jump up.
Oh, no. Was that the discount double check?
I think he jumped before the double check. One problem. His anterior cruciate ligament didn't get the memo, and he blew that out.
I got one I hope makes this list.
All right. Save it for the end.
I will.
The next one. Jaguars kicker Chris Hansen. You remember this one? So, Jack Del Rio, not only he of the Reebok sports suit, but Jack Del Rio had a motivational tactic with the Jags. It was a big, stump of wood. You'll appreciate this one. This one didn't cost him $82 million. He told him to keep chopping. Oh boy. Jaguars punter Chris Hansen accidentally gored himself wielding the axe. He missed the remainder of the 03 season as a result.
Oh boy. Keep chopping.
Sammy Sosa hit 35 home runs for the Sox in 2004. But the moment people remember, he strained his back and ended up on the DL sneezing too hard.
Yeah. Never quite bought into that one, but okay. I remember it.
The next one, and you got to go back now. This is almost 20 years ago. This is one of my favorites. Clint Barmas. Anybody remember this one? Colorado Rocky. Barmas was hitting .330 during a breakout 05 campaign for the Rocks when the unthinkable happened. He fell down a flight of stairs and broke his collarbone while carrying a package of deer meat given to him by teammate Todd Helton. He would miss 3 months, essentially hit nothing, and his average dropped, and he finished at hitting 289. Deer meat, staircase, broken bones. Yeah. The next one. Have I gotten to any of yours yet?
No.
Okay, because I have two.
I like this.
All right. The next one is a tennis player. I don't remember this, but I'll just bring it up because it has shades of a guy who was a Lion who hurt himself in something crazy. Mikhail Yuzny. In the 2008 Miami Masters tournament, Yuzny hit a return into the net. He responded in a very rational manner, smashing his forehead 3 times with his racket, drawing blood, and still ended up winning the match with a giant bandage on his head.
We may be touched. Yes, this is.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to a Detroit Tiger. Brandon Inge.
Not who I thought you were going to say.
2008, Detroit Tigers catcher at the time. Brandon Inge was adjusting his pillow behind his 3-year-old son's head when he pulled an oblique and ended up on the 15-day DL.
How?
David, you look apoplectic.
How do you do that?
That's why it's on the list.
Whoa.
Right. Not in the weight room, adjusting a pillow.
Let me offer you another baseball one.
Okay.
This was very famous back when SportsCenter mattered. Kendrys Morales, LA Angels, hits a walk-off grand slam winner against the Mariners in May of 2010. Reaches, you know how you hear the famous Double D call? He's into a mob scene at home. One problem. Yeah, he went into the mob scene at home and broke his leg when he landed. He would miss the remainder of the season. Kenny, I have a hockey one for you, buddy. Does the name Dustin Penner ring a bell?
Yeah.
The pancakes that former Kings forward Dustin Penner's wife makes must be delicious. He suffered back spasms while eating them in 2012.
I do remember that one.
What?
Back spasms from eating pancakes.
I thought you were going to go full Nick Lidstrom. You know the one.
Yeah, slap shot that blew up his testicle.
Right.
What you don't, if you have in your bingo board on the injury report, parentheses, ruptured nut.
No, that just says lower body.
He ruptured a nut.
I'd rather eat the pancakes.
I would hope so.
I wouldn't phrase it quite like that again, Mike.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. You know what, Kenny? You're wise beyond your years.
It's too late now.
F it.
It's
All
out,
right.
it's out there.
If I say Antonio Brown, do you remember this injury? Think of feet, and not the way Rex Ryan likes them.
Cryo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
With the Raiders. Antonio Brown used improper foot protection at a French cryotherapy clinic and developed severe frostbite in July.
Yeah, because they showed it on Hard Knocks. He couldn't put his cleats on.
All right, so Rico, you said you were thinking of one. Go ahead.
Mike, I was actually Gus Frerotte.
Redskins.
Yes.
When he smashed his head into the padding and
Yes.
broke his neck.
So excited that he went and headbutted the stadium.
Mine involves the Lions. Does anyone remember Jamal Charles?
Yes.
He got hit-sticked by the cart on a run with the Chiefs here. He goes out of bounds, got taken out by the football helmet cart, blew his knee out. Dead. Just like the guy Stoney was playing golf with. Lenny, dead.
And Mike, unfortunately, I have 2 New York Giants for you.
Let me hear it.
One shot himself.
Plaxico Burress, sweatpants, defending Super Bowl champions, gone.
The other was Jason Pierre-Paul.
Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Yep.
Took him out.
Yep. And then we would get yelled at because we didn't want J-Mo blowing his hands up.
Right.
What a time to be alive. Yeah, guys, I watched my guy end up looking like E.T.
J-Mo's just having fun.
Literally blew off all his fingers.
There's also one with Reggie Bush in St. Louis where he was running, hit the sideline, and slipped on their concrete that they had on the outer part of their
boom,
tore his
gone.
ACL up.
Well, listen, in honor of Cody Bellinger missing some games and helping the Tigers win because he had the poopies, we have the craziest athlete injuries of all time to give to you. Feel free. Send suggestions in. David, thank you very much. 97.